How do non-binding principles become binding international treaties? Imagine a handshake turning into a signed contract. That's similar to how loose promises in international relations become from legal agreements. It all starts with non-binding principles, which are often just political commitments or informal understandings. These are statements of intent, not rules that can be enforced. Countries use them to signal their goals or values without creating legal obligations. They might agree to reduce pollution or protect human rights, but without making it legally binding. For these principles to become actual treaties, countries need to show clear intent to create legal obligations. This is done through careful wording in the agreement. Words like shall indicate a binding commitment, while will or intend to suggest a softer, non-binding stance. The context also matters. If negotiations focus on legal responsibilities and the language reflects a desire for enforceability, that's a strong sign of intent. Once the language indicates a binding commitment, the next step is formal adoption. Countries sign the agreement, which is a symbolic act showing their consent. But signing alone isn't enough. They must also ratify the treaty through their domestic legal processes. This usually involves approval from legislative bodies or government authorities. Ratification confirms that the country agrees to be legally bound by the treaty. After ratification by all involved nations, the agreement becomes a binding treaty under international law. This means countries are legally required to follow its terms. The principle of pacta sunt servanda, which means agreements must be kept, guides this process. From an ethical and political perspective, turning non-binding principles into treaties shows a stronger commitment to shared values and responsibilities. It also helps build trust and cooperation among nations. Sometimes countries start with non-binding agreements to test ideas or build consensus. If these prove successful, or if global challenges demand more serious action, they can be formalized into treaties. This transition helps establish international norms that guide behavior on issues like climate change, human rights, or security. It's a way for the world to move from vague promises to enforceable rules, ensuring accountability and progress on pressing global issues.